Howdy, folks. I'm Bold Bluebells, beholding brazenly bewitching barbells.
I'm Amber.
And here are more brazenly bewitching barbells for us to behold. So let's get started on that. And folks, we are actually not going to have any episodes on the weekends in this month. It's just a very busy month for us, so we just are trying to cut out a couple of episodes here and there. And we also can't do the live stream this month because Amber actually is on a panel that day. So just keep that in mind. And we'll just keep posting reminders about us not doing weekend episodes this month. Let's get started. Alright folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Refusing to Help My Boyfriend Pay Off His Debt? Background, I'm a 21-year-old female and my boyfriend, a 24-year-old male, have been dating for 2 months. When we met, he had a truck with a payment. He recently traded it in, taking $20,000 in negative equity, for a car with $100 more each month payment. Besides the car, he doesn't have any debt. For reference, my total debt is $23,000 and his is $45,000. I make more than him and have a plan to pay off my debt while still building savings over the next 12 months. Planning to start looking for my own home by fall of 2027. Story, he recently came to me with a spreadsheet of both of our finances. I made the original one to help him build a budget. Showed me how I could help him with his debt by delaying paying off mine, because his is a greater amount. I told him that I'm not helping him pay off his debt at all. He knows my stance on finances. I grew up with a stay-at-home mom who was severely financially abused by my father, and we were never combining finances, nor was I helping him pay off his debt, because he put himself there and it wasn't my responsibility to help him. Apparently, he told his parents and grandparents because they are attacking me on Facebook for not helping him. I will admit that I probably could have worded it better or said it in a kinder way. But am I the jerk for not helping him pay off his debt? All right, folks, what do you think?
No, not the jerk. And OP, I would run. You said this is a 2-month relationship and he's asking you to pay off his debt. Like, I understand helping a long-term partner with debt.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a really important thing if you're building a shared future together. But you've known this guy for 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, I think the stance of never helping them out is probably a bit rigid. But I would say helping your boyfriend out of 2 months pay off his $45,000 debt is not a good or wise financial move.
And the fact that he immediately goes and runs to his parents, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's one thing to ask if someone can help you. Like, sometimes people need a leg up and, they may ask for help, but that doesn't mean that you then go run to mommy and daddy when you don't get that help.
Well, yeah, and the audacity that they would actually do anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I mean, like, these people are already seeming like they're going to be nightmare in-laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
If OP were to ever marry this guy, and they already have the attitude that after 2 months, their baby boy needs to
He's
have,
entitled to OP's money.
yeah, I just can't even imagine what it's going to be like after they get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I were OP, I would head for the hills and take this as a learning experience. He and they are not compatible, and I don't think that's going to change because their views on money and relationships are apparently very different.
Mm-hmm.
But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Best Tumbleweed 6931 says, Ma'am, in the span of 2 months, he's already trying to convince you to do something that you made clear that you will not do. How awful will he behave in another 2 months? Break up with him, not the jerk. And What's Problem says, 2 months? That was so quick to be asking for money. Yeah. And Move Interesting 4334 says, I can't imagine complaining to my family that I met someone 2 months ago and they won't pay off my tens of thousands of dollars in debt. They would lose all respect from me for several reasons. And Stumblos says, I would argue that she did help him pay it off. She gave him a spreadsheet and presumably spoke with him about the importance of minimizing debt. He is young. He could have applied the lesson and turned this around before too long. But instead, he said, no, you do it for me, to someone he met 2 months ago and is 3 years younger than him and sent his family after you when you didn't say yes. This guy is predatory, OP. I also kind of want to point out that if OP had to sit down with him and build a spreadsheet, then this means that some kind of monetary conversation already has come up at
Mm-hmm.
one point in time. And it sounds like OP has already made it very clear that they aren't paying off his debt. So it seems like he may have even been asking for debt relief sooner.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it could be that OP had just brought it up because of the situation with her mom, but no matter what, like he knew what her stance was, and the audacity of him to say, "Oh, well, you need to stop paying off your debt and start paying off of mine when we've known each other for 2 months."
Yeah.
Like, it just blows my mind that he could utter those words without feeling utterly ridiculous. They'll come to her with a spreadsheet
Yeah.
she built
Yeah.
and be like, "So you gotta pay off my debt because it's more."
Yeah, I just think the whole thing is so entitled, and I really do hope OP runs here because I just can't see this getting any better at all.
No.
All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Best Friend's Boyfriend that she cheated after she killed my horse in Minecraft? I'm a 21-year-old female, and I own a realm with my university friends, and we play almost every day. One time, I got into an argument over a certain pop group and whether a member is coming back from hiatus or not. After the argument, my friend, a 32-year-old female, let a creeper explode next to my favorite horse, killing it instantly. She claimed that it was an accident, but after so much sabotage, breaking farms, hanging villagers, etc., this was the straw that broke the camel's back. When I saw her boyfriend, a 24-year-old male, the next day, I told him about how she had been cheating on him with some other guy. It had been sort of an open secret in the friends group, but after her actions, I decided not to ignore it anymore. The next day, she called me sobbing about how I ruined her life, but she basically did this to herself. I'm wondering if I should have kept my mouth shut since she's kept similar secrets. It may have broken the trust. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think?
Everyone's in the wrong. She shouldn't have been cheating. You should have told him sooner. OP saying she kept similar secrets. If you're cheating and blabbing to your friend, then like you deserve to be told on too. But you had the wrong motives here. You did this out of revenge. She was petty, and so you use this against her. Like, just both of you need to learn how to be better people and don't cheat.
Yeah, I'm wondering if OP actually wrote the wrong age here and that the friend is 23 and not 32 because I couldn't imagine a 32-year-old acting this way. I'm hoping that's the case here, right? Like this is a really bad situation because like you said, the motives behind why OP told the boyfriend is wrong, but the boyfriend deserved to know that she was cheating on him. So I don't even know. Like I think that this is like just not a very good group of friends anyways.
Right. You all need to work on yourselves as people and maybe stay out of relationships until you can learn not to cheat.
And then also OP being like, maybe I went too far. Did I break the trust? Yeah, you broke the trust.
You broke
here.
trust, but also this was not a secret you should be like keeping.
Yeah.
Like if your friend is cheating and keeping that secret, like they're not a good person.
Yeah. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. But folks, let's see what the Wheel of Judgment has to say. Wheel of Judgment, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the judgment that OP's earned. Info needed.
What information do you need, Wheel?
The wheel needs more information. Well, how badly was she cheating? Did you really have your Minecraft bases blown up? I mean, a lot of justification for blowing up Minecraft bases. All right, and Lost in Dreamland says, not the jerk for telling him, but you should have told him way sooner. Take this as a lesson to not trust the kind of person who would openly cheat on a significant other. And OP replies, nah, but I low-key be cheating too, sobbing. Okay, well, there's the info needed.
Yeah. Like I said, you both need to grow up and work on yourselves and get out of relationships.
And Zombie Reno 1 Xbox says, so you're the biggest jerk here. Don't be surprised if you get exposed by her, and please don't cry to Reddit if your boyfriend dumps you. Okay, assuming I'm straight is ridiculous, by the way. They are non-binary.
Still, don't cheat on your partner. Like, it doesn't change anything. Like,
yeah, I mean, the person did generalize, and it's easy to generalize or not know necessarily, but, like, the fact of the matter is that OP is cheating and deflecting here.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like the deflection here, like, the point still stands regardless of the gender of the partner involved.
Mm-hmm. And I Swap Tweaker say, you were okay with the cheating until she killed your horse. You're the jerk. And OP replies, in regards to this, everyone making personal attacks for some weird reason, I'm neurodivergent.
That doesn't explain anything. I'm neurodivergent and I'm not cheating on my partner or covering for cheaters. This just makes me want to punch things seriously. Like, do not use your neurodivergence to try and excuse cheating. We're covering for cheaters.
And OP additionally adds, also, I'm 21, not a child, and before anyone asks, my partner is above 18. All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk? I won't let my buddy return a boat that he bought for me. A guy that I'm acquaintance with, not best friends, just hang out occasionally, purchased the boat for me. The price was $3,500, and he gave me $1,200 down and was to make $300 monthly payments. He ran into some legitimate issues shortly after he bought the boat and never made a payment. I told him that I was in a good spot and that he could start payments when he got on his feet. He's had it for a year and has taken it out 5 or 6 times. He has not made any more payments, and he wants to basically return the boat and get his money back. I told him no deal and that he can sell the boat and pay me the balance if he wants the money back. Am I the jerk for not letting him return a boat a year later? All right, folks, what do you think?
No, not the jerk. There is basically no business that would, let you keep a product for a year, use it 5 or 6 times, and return it. When I understand this is a friendship, not a business, but I think you're perfectly well within your right to not want to let him return something that he has had for a year and actively used. It's unfortunate that he's fallen on hard times, but you've been lenient with the repayment. And so he, like you said, he can sell it if he needs to deal with if he can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I do think selling it is a good option here, and I would feel a little awkward if I were the friend being like, "Oh, by the way, can you buy the boat back for me?" I would think that it depends on a lot of factors here, right? If for me personally, I wouldn't mind getting the boat back if it was in the same condition that I sold it to them in. But if there's actual damage or depreciation in value, then I would say, look, I'm not gonna give you the whole $1,200 back. I'll give you $800 back, and I'll consider the other $400 maintenance or something like that, right? And then that way OP actually gets something out of this, and then they can go ahead and sell the boat anyways, right? I understand this is a frustrating situation for OP, but I guess it all depends on how much this friendship matters to them. If they want to, be kind to their friend and kind of be lenient on them, then I think that is perfectly fine. Sometimes people need a little grace, and if there's no harm to the boat, then, selling it and, recouping some of the costs later, I think is probably perfectly fine, right? They're not going to get any more money out of this guy, is really what it boils down to. So they may as well get the boat back and as much money and sell it and get more money if they can. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And overall spring 6568 says, not the jerk, he can return the boat and forfeit his down payment. And life temperature 2506 says, perfect. And enjoys beer and plant says, that's just the cost to rent the boat for a year. And Physicist says, not the jerk. Take the boat back, tell him that the $1,200 was his rental fee for the year. And Glittering Oil 7761 says, if he can afford to take it out, then he can afford payments. Not the jerk, you should probably take him to court or repo the boat if you had any sort of contract with him. And Common Nonsense says, nope, bought and paid for and used it. Might want to write off that other $1,300 though. And OP replies, $2,300, lol. If that's what happens, life goes on. And Common Nonsense says, forgot the integers, cheers, buddy. And Bits for Beard says, repo the boat and tell him that he can pay the balance or forfeit the deposit, as he's already devalued it by using it and the time passed. And Heshted 581 says, get the boat back, sell it, anything less than $3,500 that you get for it, you keep from the $1,200 that he gave you, and you give him anything excess from the deposit. Everything comes back as square as possible. Actually, I really like that solution. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a joke.
How did Ben Franklin feel after he discovered electricity?
He felt pretty shocked by the whole situation,
yes.
Especially since he was holding on to that kite with the key and the
Yeah, the punchline was he was shocked.
I think I was shocked too. And I have liquor spice. And folks, today is a very special day. It's shocking day, so don't go and shock yourself by sticking your finger in a light socket or any other means of shocking. It's just be surprised. That's about it. So no electricity. Surprises, yes. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Fantastic Friday, folks. I hope your Friday is off to a fantastic start. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it on paying off debts.
Don't take on the debt of a partner you've known for 2 months.
Yeah. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.